Hey, my Taurus babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. It is Tuesday night. I hope you're having a good week, or at least trying to. This is going to be Taurus and Aries sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Let me just say off the rip. When I shuffled the other deck first. And when I went to pull my stones, and pull the pink one for Aries, and I usually will reach for one of the earthier or green tone stones for you Taurus. Not today. I pulled the money nugget and I was looking for it. So that is a definite indication to me that Taurus, with your Aries, y'all are worried about money, or you got money on the brain. However that's going to resonate with you. We shuffle these 2 more times. 1. Yeah, I'm tired. Whatever. Had work today. And 2. So this is going to be 3 for the recent past, 3 for current energy, and 3 for future, 2 for overall energy, and 3 for guidance from the universe. I'm going to do the enhanced version of this reading, so I'm going to lay out the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and then I'm going to do the Simply Deep Tarot on top. I need some more Simply Deep Tarot cards. I'm going to just have to order some more because I have worn these out, literally. Anyway, I have shuffled the cards. This is a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. So let's see what we got underneath the bottom of the deck, Taurus, with your Aries. Overall energy is victory and success and authority. Whatever's going on with the authority, I promise you, he will make himself known. So for your recent past, rest and rejuvenate, rejoice in celebration, and fulfillment of wishes. For your current energy, I have awareness. Your centerpiece card for this deck is transformation. And emotional withdrawal. For your future energy, slide these up. Harmony. Choose wisely. And prosperity begins. Well, all right. Okay. So I'm going to shake these up. I shuffled them already. I don't know what to say, Taurus. I'm kind of speechless on this one because the first couple rolls till we got to the emotional withdrawal, I was like, oh shit, nah, yeah, okay. But this is why I do 2 decks, because what may look like one thing can very well be another. Especially in this Mercury retrograde, getting ready to go straight again on the 31st kind of energy. Y'all heard me? Anyway, so from the bottom of the deck, King of Cups on top of victory and success. And the 6 of Wands on top of the authority. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We ain't made much progress. But let's see here. For your recent past, the Queen of Cups. The 9 of Swords. And the 6 of Cups. For your current energy, the 4 of Wands. The Ace of Cups on the transformation, that is your centerpiece card. And the Princess of Cups. For your future energy, the 2 of Coins on top of Harmony. The Ace of Swords on top of Choose Wisely. And the Princess of Wands on top of Prosperity Begins. Oh, wow. What the hell, Taurus? What the hell? Okay, so Aries energy is here, particularly with the overall, the 6 of Wands and the authority. Your overall energy, Taurus, I'm talking to you now. You feel kind of comfy, cozy in your relationship. And for some of you, this is not everybody, some of you have gotten married recently. I'm going to say within the last year for sure. And this is just really giving me the feeling of made it. So even if you're not married, it feels like you're moving in a very positive direction with your Aries, but there's some pitfalls here. So just keep your ears and your eyes open. But your overall energies, you got that content feeling. Overall, you're content, you chill. You feel like, it feels like a lot of you are coming out of a period where you had a lot of emotional struggle. There's 3 cup cards on the board, so some of this is still here, but for whatever reason, however y'all did it, and you came out of it, and I can literally feel everybody just kind of going, whew. So it was a struggle. The backside of your overall energy, the 6 of Wands and the Authority card, yeah, I almost want to say y'all feel like, damn it, we the shit. We are the shit. Thank you very much. And it's that kind of feeling. You accomplished whatever it was you were trying to accomplish. For some of you, this is a double-edged sword. The relationship went to the next level, and you may have also graduated from school. So it's kind of a lot of little different things. Some of you may also be taking a sigh of relief for a promotion you may have gotten recently. So your overall energy is, I'm a shit, and this is good to be here. And that's not a bad place to be. It really isn't. But, like I said, everything ain't everything. So from your recent past, with the Queen of Cups on top of the Rest and Rejuvenate, it seems like I said, some of you were beginning to come out of whatever kind of conflict this was you were in with your Aries. You moved from there to the 9 of Swords on top of the Rejoicing Celebration. There was something keeping you from moving forward in the past, whatever it was. It had both you and your Aries Taurus up at night going, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? And as I walk through it, the storyline I'm hearing now is about family. Some of you had issues with your family because of this union. Maybe mama didn't like the boyfriend, or daddy didn't like the girlfriend, or maybe nobody liked nobody, however that's going. But it kept you from celebrating. This is your recent past now. It kept you from just really rejoicing in the fact that you had somebody. Because you're up at night worried about what the hell people thinking, saying, doing, whatever. And when it's family, it's understandable that you're worried about how they think and how they feel. However, it is your life, Taurus, and you do what the hell you want to do. And that's not against anybody, but it is truly your life. You have to walk it. Nobody can go to work for you. Nobody can eat for you. It's about you. So it feels like a lot of you learned a lesson or lessons dealing with this situation, particularly where it pertains to family and your relationships. At the last position in the recent past with the fulfillment of wishes, the 6 of Cups on there, that's exactly what the hell it is. And some of you may have broken up and gotten back together. I'm hearing that. Or some of you may have been living at a distance before you moved in together. This is where all of this is going. So your recent past has got some shit in it that you had to work through. But it feels like when we get to your current energy, you are now ready to move forward. And this is about moving to the next level. And that is sitting on top of the awareness card is no mistake. Because that means you are fully aware of everything. This is your current energy now. You're fully aware of everything that's going on. And to be damned with what anybody's saying, you are moving ahead. And that's a good thing. However, your challenge, and I'm thinking this is a newer relationship simply because this is the Ace of Coins. And that's a new seed, and it's just got some little buzz on it and just popping out the ground, and you see the guy and the girl sitting in the seat. That's why I'm thinking this is a newer relationship. Your challenge towards, and that this is sitting underneath the 9 of Swords, sitting on top of the Rejoicing Celebration card, is no mistake either. Your challenge here is to let this relationship, if you are in a, of course, I'm not talking to everybody, so y'all are going to know who I'm talking to. If you are this committed to this relationship, let it change you, Taurus, because it feels like there's some positive things in your relationship, and many things that you can learn from your partner. I don't say that often because usually relationships are so fraught with bullshit and drama that you don't really have a chance to pay attention to how your relationship can transform you. But here, Taurus, you're getting a straight ass message from the universe. Let your relationship transform you. Quit being so damn stubborn. Make some changes. Listen to what your partner's saying. They're not just blowing smoke up your ass. And if they are, then maybe you need to consider why you're still with that person. Because if this relationship is as solid as it feels, your partner should fully understand and support you. Even on the bits and pieces they may not get or understand. They should still be trying to support you in making changes, especially if you are coming around to their way of thinking. Now, let me put the disclaimer on that. I'm not saying you should just kowtow down, Taurus, and just, do whatever the Aries is telling you to do. But there's some things that I feel like, especially if you just moved in together or you just bought a home together, there's some things you both need to work out in terms of how you live. And I mean, when I say how you live, I'm really talking about what kind of harmony are you moving around in your house? How do you live? Is it chaotic? Is it disorderly? Or is there a rhythm and a flow to what's going on in your house? So I know I'm talking to some folks and I'm talking about shit I don't normally talk about. But there should be a rhythm and a flow in your house. And it feels like your partner, Taurus, your Aries, is trying to help you get into that rhythm and the flow. The difference between and Aries and Taurus being so close together, right next to each other in the zodiac, Aries just will run towards the wall for no reason. Just, it's a wall. I have horns. I need to just go bang my horns on the wall. And that's cool with that. Taurus, though, if you just look at the animal, the bull, really, we are some chill creatures. We want to sit in the grass. If you don't mess with it, there'll be no running of the bulls if you don't fuck with us. Somebody's got to do something to get 25 bulls running down the street at the same time. So, all of that said, we are very chill. We're not going to approach anything unless we feel like it's going to be a threat to us or those around us. Aries, on the other hand, they go dead end, straightforward, right away. Who gives a shit? But there's something to be said about that, Taurus, even though it's so different from how you operate. It's things there that you can learn from your partner, and particularly with the way you run your house and how you live. So I'm saying this, I know I'm saying it to a handful of folk, but y'all hear me. Listen to what your partner is telling you, Taurus. It's not just them telling you some bullshit. That's your challenge, to walk through this transformation with your partner. Not by yourself, but with your partner. Usually you hear me talk about transformation and it's just you all by yourself making the do this. This is your challenge, to make this transformation to a bigger, better you with your partner. And that's a good thing, especially if your partner is already showing you that kind of support. In the last place for the current energy with the emotional withdrawal and the Princess of Cups sitting here on top of it, some of you may need to pull back. You may need to get some emotional distance and get a little bit of emotional withdrawal so you can see things for what they really are, Taurus. And maybe it's about going back and looking at this relationship and the type of transformation, the type of changes, the type of lifestyle changes you want to make. And if you got a partner that's really helping you get through that, it may not be a bad thing to take a step back and say, okay, let me pull my emotions out of this and let me just look at this for what it is. When you get to your future energy, you got the Two of Coins sitting on a Harmony card. And this is really, really about, we're talking about households and stuff. This is really about the balance that you have in your relationship. That's really what it's about. It's about you maintaining harmony and balance in your relationship. That's your future energy. And something you should probably start thinking about now, Taurus. How can you balance everything you got going on in your life and still maintain harmony at home? That's not always such an easy thing to do, especially if you got a high pressure job, a sales job, or a call center job, or you're a supervisor or manager, and you're responsible for a group of people. That's not easy to keep that pressure away from home. Especially if you got to bring work home and talk to people for work at home and do shit at home for work. That can be stressful, and it can fuck up the harmony in your home. So just be mindful when you get into your future energy. There may be some of you that are getting ready to do just what I said, step into, and that's probably why I pulled this coin for you, Taurus. Maybe some of you getting ready to step into a new job, more pay. You may be going back to school so you can get that other job with more pay, however that's resonating with you. But be mindful of what's going on at home so you can keep that balance. Usually, the two coins for this deck, it's about the infinity or being wishy-washy and not being able to make up your mind. But here it's really about maintaining some balance, keeping all those balls and things up in the air while you do everything that you need to do, and keeping home at a steady pace. That's difficult in the best of circumstances. So I understand the struggle, but that's what you should be striving for, Taurus, with your Aries. With the Ace of Swords sitting on the Choose Wisely card, this is about communication, but it's also about the decisions that you make as a couple. You can't choose wisely if you're not talking. And Taurus, I'm sorry, I'm talking to you. Sometimes we get just damn lazy. We don't want to talk. Just bring the remote, bring the bowl of peanuts, popcorn, whatever it is, and just let me sit here. I'm tired. Thank you. Have a good day. I'm a bull. What? And that's energy that's not always conducive. I'm guilty. Let me just put my hand up in the air now. I'm guilty of this because I have a little routine that I have at home, and when my oven comes over, I just don't like my routine interrupted. However, and this is where communication becomes key, you can't make any kind of decisions about anything if you're not talking. I don't think that's the case here. But future energy, keep the communication open so you can make decisions together. Taurus, I hear you. But this is, if you're trying to keep this relationship. And the thing about this reading that I feel, it's a real cool, contented, damn, I'm home type feeling. And that's good. But sometimes that damn, I'm home feeling can turn into, damn, we sitting here again? I'm just saying. So in the future, you know, you're going to have things you're going to have to make decisions about. And obviously you want to choose wisely. But the best way to do that is to keep the lines of communication open. And one of the truest and best things I've ever heard, and I don't know where it came from, don't go to bed mad at each other. Don't go to bed angry. That's just so stupid. Because you got to wake up the next morning and look at the same person you went to bed mad at. It's just not a good look. So with that said, try to keep the lines of communication open, even if you've got to set aside time. And this is really, the whole reading is really resonating back about the flow and the harmony that you're trying to create in your home. In the last spot, with the Princess of Wands and the on top of the Prosperity card, as you make decisions and you keep your lines of communications open, try to keep an element of just youthful, it sounds hokey as hell, but youthful spontaneity. So anybody that's over the age of 20, youthful spontaneity is that 8-year-old just, have at it. Or that 12-year-old just, trying to create something. You need to keep that, and this is Aries. This is all air, all that red. There ain't nothing but the fire. Keep that element of creativity. This is what's going to bind you and bond you to your Aries, Taurus. Just keep that element of creativity going. I know it's hard sometimes. go to work and he gets just drilled down and ground out, doing the same thing every day, dealing with people and assholes. I get it. But when you come home, without creating a whole lot of disruption, because there's definitely flow. I can just feel it. And congratulations, you got that kind of shit going on at home. That's a good thing. Just remember for future energy to try to keep some spark in it. Aries is like that. They like things to have a little spark to it. Obviously, they're a fire sign. So, I mean, anything shiny, pretty, ooh, ah, that's all Aries. They like that. But even within your relationship, sometimes you got to pull out the ooh, ah, Taurus. And I know you like to really, yeah, sometimes you really have to pull out the ooh, ah. Because, and like the bottom card says, that's where prosperity begins. I know that sounds fucked up, but it's true. You can keep that spark in your relationship. Every other avenue, when you don't have that kind of tension in your relationship and you keep things creative and new, everything happens. Everything good happens because you're creating at a different level than you would be if it were just you, or if it were you and your sister or you and your brother. You are creating with a partner and you're choosing to create with this person. So for a very small few of you, maybe a baby coming. We'll just throw that out there because it's all up in my head. But remember to just keep that creative spark and try, the both of you try to steer away from the spoiled, selfish shit, because Aries and Taurus both can get spoiled and selfish and act like they don't know one thing from the next. Try to keep that out of your relationship if you can. I know I'm spoiled, but I try. I'm not always successful. But I do try to keep the spoiled nature of me out of my relationship, particularly when we're trying to make decisions to do things or get things, however that's resonating. When you are in a relationship where you already have a lot of harmony, it never hurts to build on that so you can keep that there and keep that spark going. Let's see what the universe has for guidance for you, Taurus. I like this reading. This was good. I thought it was going to be jacked up. It's got some little snares in here. Taurus, remember to try and keep some emotional distance. Take a step back in your current energy. And remember that it's your challenge. Transformation with your partner. Take your partner with you. Take them along for the ride. That's a good thing. Remember to keep the lines of communication open. Obstacles and challenges, spiritual strength, and accelerated motion. Damn it. You're going to have them. You're going to have them. But the object is to keep walking forward. I always say that about this card because it just resonates so damn much. Even though the board is broken, if you keep walking, it might not be the big gap you fear it is. It might just be a thing and you just walk a little further, stretch your leg out a little further, and keep going. But the object is, regardless of whatever obstacles and challenges you have, particularly with your family, there's no reason for you to stop, get stuck on stupid, hold grudges, none of that shit. You're going to have them. The trick is to move through it gracefully. I know that's not always an easy thing to do, Taurus, but that's the trick. To just, whatever obstacles and challenges you have within your relationship, don't stop. Don't get stuck on stupid. Keep going. Learn whatever lessons you need to learn. Be humble and be grateful to your partner, but don't let the obstacles and challenges trip you up and get you stuck somewhere you don't want to be. Then we go to spiritual strength. Whatever you're doing, the head of lettuce, the donkey toe, I don't know, the giraffe, the guru, Jesus, whoever. If you don't have one, Taurus, a 5-minute ritual routine, say a prayer, light a candle, and be done. But what you're doing is acknowledging the fact that you aren't just a human being, you're also a spiritual being. You need to tap into that energy if you want to keep the harmony, going in your relationship. Accelerated motion is surely coming. And like I said, for a lot of you, that's a baby. And congratulations if that's what you're trying to do. If not, protect yourself, however that works for you. For others of you, there may be new projects coming for you and your partner if you're doing business together. For others of you, maybe moving into a new house, might be buying a couple new cars. However that's resonating, there's something new coming though. So that accelerated motion, once you get into that groove and you have total harmony, man, I'm just saying. And not everything is perfect. Don't think that harmony means that everything is perfect. But harmony is about knowing when to relax and just let shit flow. And just let the energy go between the two of you without it creating any kind of commotion or disruption into what you're doing. Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I'm happy for you guys with your Aries. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.